Hello. Yes, just having a class online again. Spontaneous equations. What we are trying to do this term is we've got only two topics left, and there's one of them is linear equations, the other one is the matrix. Well, and the simultaneous equation would take us another one or two classes, and then we go into inequality, which is yeah, x bigger than zero, smaller than zero, and we try to plot a graph out of it. And then we move on to matrix. So if you received my message, I'm trying to do the course for the rest of the term, saying I'm put up two to three videos every week. So hopefully you just come to class or you just attend. You just like have to go online and have a look at the video. Once we've got the clips and done, I'll say, okay, you finished the course and have the assessment task in class, and then we have done the Unit 4. The material will be finished by the end of this term for all Unit 3 and 4. Then basically in term 3, I'll start running the assessment tasks and 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, and we've done handing everything for Unit 3 and 4. Then the rest of the class would be preparing you for the exam questions. Um, we see how's it going, and it should be fine. I can't see we like any one of you would not be able to finish further. So we all try to finish it. Um, let's begin. Unit, if you have the handouts I gave you last time, it's about simultaneous solutions, and we try to solve two linear graph. And here is one two equations. One is y equals to 4x minus 4. The other is y equals to 2x. And we call this one gradient, the intercept form. When it's a gradient intercept form, we find that the last one there is intercept, and the number in front of x is the gradients. So that's much. If we've got both of them with the slope and intercept form, the way that you do simultaneous equation would be way easy to solve it. Spell it wrong. To solve it, take a while for me to get back to this mode. To solve it, we want y is equals to 4x minus 4 and y is equals to 2x. As the left hand side can minus one another, so y take away y equal to 0. At the same time, the left hand side, I try to highlight this now, the left hand side there can minus one another. So if you're looking at 4x minus 4, and then you need to take away 2x. So that one, take away 2x. Then you'll realize 4 minus 2, we've got 2x left, and minus 4 minus basic 0 there is minus 0. Then if we can see that 4x minus 2x is 2x and y minus y equals 0, a number times by 2 equal to 0 would be x need to be 0. X need to be 0. If x is equals to 0, we generally able to substitute that one into the first equation we have there. If x equals to 0, y would equals to 4 times 0 minus 4, which is negative 4. So at a point that when x equals to 0 and y is equals to 4, so if we have a graph there, when x equals to 0, y equals to 4, so write this point. So we got this point here would be the meeting point for those two lines. Yep, so that's very beginning, the very first questions, and we solve it. So let's have a look at the second one. So like before, if you realize that the video is going way too slow, and yeah, just fast forward. Like you control the speed yourself. Second one is B. B there, 3x minus 4, 2x minus 2, perfect, is slope and gradient form, gradient and intercept form. So therefore, I can do subtraction straight away. 3x minus 4 y is equals to 2x minus 2. So if I say left minus left hand side, y minus y would equals to 0 on this side. And then the right hand side minus right hand side, 3x minus 4 takes away 2x minus 2. As 3x minus 2x is 1x, and negative 4 minus negative 2. So negative 4 there minus negative 2 would make negative 4 minus negative 2 means is plus 2. And we have 0 on one side. X minus 4 plus 3 is minus 2. So number minus 2 equal to 0. So therefore, our x need to be positive 2. When x is equals to positive 2, we substitute into, I always use the first one, it's easy to see. It doesn't matter if you use the second one, but y is equals to 3x minus 4 at that point when x equals to 0. Not 0, equals to 2. And 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. Y is 2. Then the point that's for that graph to meet one another is 2 and 2, that point. So 3x minus 4 maybe going 3x minus 4 going that way. And then we have 2x minus 2 is going, 2x minus 2 is going that way. So two lines join together at that point, approaching each other. Yep, hopefully the second one would be no questions. It's easy to have the slope and intercept form. And you can see the last one, C, 2y minus x equals to 5, and you have 3y minus 2x equals to 4. As this is not a slope and intercept form, then we will try to think of a way to cancel one of the variables. Variables like it could be x or could be y. 2x minus x, 2y plus x equals to 5, and 3y minus 2x equals to 4. Let's say this time I want to cancel the x. So as this is 2x here, let's highlight it, 2x there, and there's only 1x. So what I can do is to times the top one, entire one by 2. So the left hand side, I need to times it by 2. The right hand side, I need to times it by 2. As this is a bracket, I have to expand it and times it each one of them. 2 times 2 equals to 4y, 2 times 1x equals to 2x, as 5 times 2 will equals to 10. So instead of having 2y plus x, I have 4y plus 2x. But instead of 5 on the right hand side, I have 10 on the right hand side. Now I found it, I've got 2x and 2x there. In order to cancel them, if I minus 2x minus negative 2x, I will make that into a plus, which is 4x is not the ideal, because 4x is not what we want. We want to have 0. We don't want to see any x when I've done mixing those two equations together. The other way, instead of subtractions, we can do additions. So whether it's additions of subtractions, it's purely based on like individual cases. For the previous two, the slope and ingredient form, subtraction would be the quickest way to do. That one, addition seems a bit better. Left hand side plus left hand side, right hand side plus right hand side. For left hand side, 4y plus 3y equals to 7y. 2x plus minus 2x. 2x plus negative 2x means 2x take away 2x equals to 0. So we've got plus 0 equals to 10 plus 4, 14. Y needs to be 7 times 2. So y need to be 2 in order to make those two sides equals to each other. So y equals to 2 is one coordinate for that point. What would be the other one? What we can do is try to substitute these two into the first equations. If y is equal to 2, so 4 times 2 plus 2x equals to 10. That's 8 plus 2x equals to 10. And then I need to take away x on each side. 2x equals to 2. X would be positive 1. So for these two particular lines, when they join one another, would be 1 and 2 as a coordinate. So 1 and 2 is that point. So that point is for two lines joined together. So hopefully for doing like spontaneous equation for those three examples, help you out to understand there would be a positive, there would be like subtractions, and there would be like a addition way to do it. Okay, let's move on to the next questions. If you try to see these question 9, I'll move this down a bit. We would like to find y is equals to 3x minus 10 and x equal to 2y plus 5. We're using whatever method. I don't really care about what method that you use. Basically, we solve it. If we solve the equations, we need to find y is 3x minus 10 and x is equals to 2y plus 5. You can do additions, substitutions, or eliminations, means subtractions. By looking at this, I like to cancel the y. It seems a bit faster to me. What I do, I try to do 2 on this side, and then I have the second part times by 2. If I have those, that would be equals to 2y equals to 6x minus 20. The other thing I like to do would be rearranging the second one so that the y would be on the left hand side and the x would be on the right hand side. If I need to do it, I need to take the two y's on each side first, and then I need to take away x on each side. For the second one, x minus 2y minus x cancel each other. We have negative 2y on this side. And then I have 2y, take away 2y, I only have 5 minus x on the other side. So now I have got two of them. Looks good to me because I have x and y. To make it even better, I change the x align with one another. So that would be negative x plus 5 instead of 5 minus x. Have a look at these situations. Because 2y and 2 minus y, the best way for me to do is additions. I will add those two together. 2y plus minus 2y means 2 minus equals to 0. 6x plus minus x, basically 6 minus x, equal 5x. Negative 20 plus 5 is negative 15. And number times by 5 minus 15 equals to 0. And that number will equals to 3. Right? When x equals to 3, then I can take this one back to the first one here, or even further up. So look at that, like 3x minus 10. So if y is equals to 3x minus 10, and y is equals to 3 times 3 minus 10, and it's 9 minus 10, that's equals to -1. And our answer, the point that they meet one another would be 1, 2, 3, -1, right there. So that point would be where they meet one another. Okay, so that's another question for question 9. So let's finish it today, which is question 10 is 3x minus y equals to -8 and 2x plus 2y equals to 0. Elimination method means subtractions. So let's say 3x minus y equals -8, 2x plus 2y equals to 0. Let's do subtractions as they say. 3 and 2, I can do a little bit of left-hand side, right-hand side. I would do 2 times 3x minus y on one side. Then I have 6x minus 2y equals to 16. It's -8, so it's -16 there. Then the other one I've got it there would be, because I want to cancel each other, so I would times it by 3. So 3 times 2x plus 2y equals to 3 times 0. 3 times 2, 6x. 3 times 2, 6 again. 6x plus 6y equals 3 times 0, 0. Now I've got two equations, which is 6x minus 2y equals -16. 6x plus 6y equals to 0. Then, as I said, we do the subtraction method. Let's clean this one up. Subtraction methods. If I've got a subtraction there, 6x minus 6x equals 0. -2x minus minus 6y. -2y minus 6y is equals to -8y. -8y is equals to -16 minus 0, still -16. And we have -8y equals -16. Number times up by -8 equals to -16. That one needs to be a positive number. Y would be 2, +2. When y is equals to +2, then we can quickly substitute into there. When y is 6x plus 6 times 2 equals to 0, and then 6x is equals to plus 12 equals 0, and then 6x is equals to -12, as I try to do -12 on each side, cancel each other, and then a number times up by 6 equals to -12. That numbers need to be a negative, and 6 times 2 equals to 12. So x is -2. And the answer would be -2, 1, 2, +2, y, 1, 2 there. So here would be the point that they joined with one another. Right? So done. That's what we like to do today with the simultaneous equations. Yeah, the way to do it is just times it and cancel out each other. Okay, finished. Bye-bye.